Good day everybody, Dreamforge here with another video for World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. One of you asked me what my opinion is about professions and about their usefulness while leveling. And I thought it's maybe a good idea to make a tier list with tier maker to give out my opinion on certain professions and if I would use them and to which degree I think they're useful or not. This will be a two-part series. The first part is the usefulness while leveling, and the second part is how much money you can make with certain professions. Alright, let's jump right into it. I will start with the gathering professions because they're all basically on the same page. I put them in C tier, at least those two, like herbalism and mining. Because when you think about it while leveling, sure, they supplement, like for example, alchemy, herbalism, or engineering, mining, but in of itself is not really that good. Skinning is a little bit better because you can make some money where you can buy some skills or a mount. This is actually a bit more useful while leveling, but it basically only serves the purpose in giving you raw materials to work your other professions. Secondary professions. Let's start with first aid. I think first aid is a really cool profession if you use it properly and if you keep it up. I would actually put it into S tier because when I think about those professions and their usefulness while leveling when you play hardcore, is this profession able to save your life, yes or no? And if that is the case, then I would say yes, this profession is basically S tier. I was not sure about A or S, but if you use first aid properly, especially if you sometimes can even dispel some poisons on you, you know. This profession is absolutely amazing. It's a secondary one, everybody can use it, you just need some cloth to level it. All the requirements that this could be a very good profession are met here. First aid, absolutely amazing, take it. Fishing. I'm not a big fishing guy. Maybe this maybe this is a little bit of a bias, I don't know. But I don't think that fishing is that particularly great. Some people say that fishing is great to level cooking. I think that is maybe true, but you don't need it. You find so many meats while you're leveling and other things to learn cooking. This is not really necessary. It's a huge time waste in my opinion. For leveling, I don't like fishing at all. You can make some decent money out of that, but I think just straight up grinding certain monsters will give you more money. So I don't think fishing is particularly a good idea. Cooking. I have problems putting cooking in S. I put it in A. Even though cooking can be great and you can level it pretty easy, I'm not sure if this really could save your life. Sure, to get a little bit more stamina, those 20-30 life at some point, maybe you will save your life. Yes, this could be the case, but I don't think it's that absolutely amazing. It is a good profession, don't get me wrong, but if this saves your life, then you did something wrong in the first place. So of course, it is a good choice. I think you should always level this, but it's not like the most amazing thing ever, right? That's not the case. I don't think so. Oh, here we go. The big ones, the main professions. I think a lot of people will absolutely agree. Engineering is absolutely amazing for leveling in Hardcore Classic. I mean, you get so many cool small gadgets and things you could use to survive. And I think for some classes, for example, for a warrior, engineering is almost mandatory to have a good leveling experience. Having something on demand like a target dummy is so brokenly strong that not taking engineering is just a question in of itself, right? It's never wrong on any character, in my opinion. It's always an absolute great choice. Enchanting while leveling in hardcore. The first time I thought about this is 100% an F, so nobody really needs this. But after I made those wand guides, I realized that they have some use. Normally if you take enchanting, it is actually a burden because you have to disenchant green items to get some, you know, some essences, some dust to get your enchantings going. If you build your wand early on, this is a very good power spike and it's actually worth it in my opinion. It costs 60 cloth. I have a guide on this for Horde and Lions version if you're interested. Link is in the description if you want. But other than that, enchanting is not really beneficial. The few enchants you could do, they don't really do that much, I feel. They're very, very mediocre. It's like +3 stamina here and then +5 spirit here. Just a very expensive profession to have with no real benefits when it comes to leveling. There are other professions that are just way better. Tailoring is, while leveling, it's an interesting choice because if you take this, I would put this actually here. It's not S tier. It will probably not save your life. Sure, you could always argue, hey, if you have better gear, you can survive more. Yes, but it's almost like the same as cooking. Those buffs can be pretty minor, but I don't think it's that crazy impactful. Sure, having bigger bags is absolutely nice, and being able to craft cool gear is very nice too, but this is how far it basically goes. Always when you take this, and you probably always take first aid, you have a very big toll on cloth, and you have to extra grind to get both leveled so that you can actually build stuff that you want to use and not that is like 15 levels old or something. So if you do this, and I do this regularly because I play caster a lot, I always have to grind, especially wool cloth and silk, just to fund my skill. Blacksmithing in World of Warcraft Hardcore Classic while leveling. How useful is this? This is actually a very easy choice. It's absolutely trash. It's not that useful. And it's really bad because you will always heavily outlevel what you can actually produce. Like for example, if you're running around Arathi Highlands and you get iron or something, you will be level 38 or something like this, and then you can build stuff that is like level 25 or something. The problem is that you will always outlevel what you can actually build, and therefore it's not really that good. You will always outlevel this by a big margin. Generally speaking, this is a cool profession, but when it comes to just leveling and usefulness while leveling, this is the worst profession. It is extremely expensive. You have to grind ore a lot, and given how crazy ore will be in the earlier stages, people will grind ore a lot for engineering and stuff. This will not be a fun time. It is just a bad profession for leveling. Leatherworking. Leatherworking while leveling. I mean, I think it's fine. I would put it in B tier. Lower feels wrong. You can really build some cool items, but that's it. You barely can build any bags, what this can do. And you need skinning to supplement your stuff, so you have to fully commit to this. This is again a nice addition, but as your only profession, it feels a bit weak. If you have something like engineering, it just feels stronger. Will this save your life? Maybe. Maybe once, maybe twice if you're very lucky. But this is as far as it goes, right? I really like leatherworking. I always enjoy having this. But when we talk about usefulness while leveling, it feels a bit lackluster in my opinion. Alchemy while leveling. Oh boy. I mean, when I talk about alchemy, I kind of have to put it here, but I would love to put it in between. Because alchemy is only then good if you really have your stuff, and sometimes getting certain herbs is just a pain in the ass, let's be real. And I think certain classes don't really benefit that much. For example, if you play a rogue, you get so many health pots from pickpocketing that you just don't really need this. And the buffs you get from this, they're kinda nice, but they're almost as weak as Enchanting. Almost. Not all of them, but almost. Keeping the buffs up all the time. In theory, alchemy is very good. Yes, if you really need that many health pots. But like for example, I play a lot of Warlock or Rogue, and I rarely need those health pots. This is very rare. And then when I need them, I always have sufficient. Like maybe I'm not talking for the majority, but I think those buffs you get from alchemy, they're kind of, they're not that absolutely crazy. But then, of course, things like speed potion, then free action potion, limited invulnerability potions, those things are really good, but yeah, you really have to use them. So this could be an S, but you really have to use the stuff, probably bind certain potions, or that you will always use them at the right time, you know. So yeah, alchemy is in theory very good, but for the classes I play, I rarely use those buffs. And I don't think they're that impactful. So again, it's amazing profession, but I don't think it's that crazy powerful that everybody says you have to take alchemy, it's the best profession ever. I don't think so at all. Alright, that's my opinion. I wish everybody a great time in World of Warcraft Hardcore. Let me know in the comments what you think about this tier list, if you agree or if you disagree, and why. I'm always interested in learning more. Take care, everybody.